call the Wednesday, April 8th, 2020 Henrietta Town Board meeting to order. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley?
Here.
Councilmember Stafford?
Here.
Councilmember Safranek?
Here.
Councilmember Bolsner?
Here.
Supervisor Schultz?
Here. So note that due to the state of emergency procedures related to the coronavirus pandemic, the meeting is not open for in-person public attendance, but public participation will be conducted through a live stream of Facebook Live, which you're possibly viewing. If you are unable to participate through Facebook Live, you can call in with comments and questions at 444-2218. It's going to be a short meeting, so if you have those questions, get them in early. They can also be submitted in writing by email to townclerk@henrietta.org, although by this point it will be too late to get to the email ones, but if you have a question, we'll still answer it even if the meeting's over. With that said, I'd like to begin with a silent prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So I'm sure a lot of people's thoughts and prayers are with the current COVID victims, especially those in intensive care, as well as the family and friends of those who have lost their life to this disease. For those who are unaware, the governor is called to fly flags half staff. I used to always call it half mast, but I was corrected with that online. I think it goes back to my father being in the Navy. But anyway, the flags are currently flying at half staff. We do have an issue right now with the New York State flag at Town Hall. The mechanism in the new flagpole is not working. The installer of that pole is going to come out to fix it, but until then, the New York State flag cannot lower. I called the American Legion to check to see, because we basically had a dilemma, do we violate the United States flag code and not have the United States flag at the top, or do we violate the governor's executive order and not fly the flags at half mast? Everyone there at Eli Fagan, what's the other two now? Anyone remember?
Outside and
No.
Eli
It's Eli Fagan joined with the Rush Alley. I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get to it eventually. But anyway, I spoke to them, and the leadership all agreed that the correct thing to do is to follow the executive order, and as soon as possible get the New York flag lowered to half staff. So that's what we're doing. If you see it, we are fully aware of U.S. flag code. We just unfortunately are stuck right now. So I'll let people know about that. And with that, can I get a motion for the minutes?
Mr. Supervisor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the town board workshop meeting minutes from March 20th, 2020.
second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley?
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford?
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek?
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner?
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz?
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, I'd like to make a motion for approval of the special town board meeting from March 20th, 2020.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley?
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford?
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek?
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner?
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz?
Aye.
And Mr. Supervisor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the town board meeting minutes from March 25th, 2020.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley?
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford?
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek?
Aye.
Councilmember Bolsner?
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz?
Aye. gonna jump right into resolutions and then we'll come back to, we'll just do all the miscellaneous communication under committee and miscellaneous reports. Don't have any public presentations today, so let's, can I get my first resolution?
Supervisor Schultz, I have resolution number 9-128-2020 to authorize bills payable for April 8th, 2020.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley?
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford?
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek?
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner?
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz?
Aye. Becky, I don't know if you've been keeping an eye on Facebook to make sure nothing's coming.
Nothing's coming in.
Okay, thank you.
We're gonna do about a minute in between, 30 seconds.
The delay, Craig, are you on by any chance? Okay, we'll check the lag. The last couple of times we've been doing it, the lag wasn't as bad, so.
Mr. Supervisor, I have Resolution 9-129-2020 to authorize the advertisement of bids for the 2020 sanitary sewer and lateral repair project.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley?
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford?
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek?
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner?
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz?
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz, I have resolution 9-130-2020 to authorize the purchase of a zero-turn mower as part of the Building and Grounds Department 2020 budget.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley?
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford?
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek?
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner?
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz?
Aye.
Mr. Supervisor, I have resolution 9-131-2020 to transfer inventory items from the Henrietta Public Library to the IT department.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley?
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford?
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek?
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner?
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz?
Aye. Fellow board members, I have resolution 9-132-2020 to inform of employee changes authorized as part of the union agreement and correct the scrivener's error.
Seconded.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Barley?
Aye.
Councilmember Stafford?
Aye.
Councilmember Safranek?
Aye.
Councilmember Bolzner?
Aye.
Supervisor Schultz?
Aye. So I'd like to, that concludes our resolutions. I would like to start the miscellaneous communications by just sharing a couple things, questions that I've had to answer multiple times this week. So in the event that anybody who might think of asking these questions happens to be listening, you'll have your answer ahead of time. So there's some people who've been asking about construction. A lot of construction has stopped, some is still continuing. There are only a couple essential projects in town that can essentially continue full bore. The new sheriff's substation is one of them. The URMC at Marketplace is not currently. Again, some of this can change. It's ultimately up to the Empire State Development for the general ones. If it is a government project, it's up to that particular government agency. So it's up to the county to determine which county projects are essential. It's up to the town to determine which town projects are essential. There at 811 Jefferson Road, which is this future Menotti Plaza with Hobby Lobby, because that project started on what was a former brownfield site, and they opened up the essentially the cover over the contaminant. They have been instructed to continue to finish the underground work and to essentially cap it, so to pour the concrete floor of the building and to pave the parking lot such that the contaminants are contained again. In addition, because they had already started the walls, they can get to the point where the walls are up and the roof is on so that it is structurally sound. but they are not to be doing finish work. Again, that can change if they apply and receive a waiver from the Empire State Development, but that's why I see that project still going. Most other projects, you'll see that they have, again, finished up where they were at. So I'll use an example on John Street, the Colony Manor Apartments. The two major wings were largely done and closed, and they were doing interior finish work, so that stopped. The center was not fully closed to the climate, to the weather, so they are finishing closing that off, and then they will stop at that point. They might already finish that, but you know, when the executive order came down, that's essentially where they were. I don't know how to see where they're at this point. So, and then finally, there's a number of projects where so some houses and stuff are continuing because it's a single practitioner in the building. If you read the governor's mandate, it allows for a single individual, single craftsperson, whatever worker in the building, one at a time. So there are a number of homes being built that are being built that way. So a single framer, or a single plumber, or a single tiler. So those ones, again, are continuing, but you won't see it moving fast, but they are moving. I think that covers. I'll reach out to Chris or Craig to see if I missed anything. Getting a thumbs up, so I think I covered it all. So again, if you're seeing construction going on, that's what you're seeing. If you see construction that you believe is in violation of the ban, let us know and we will look into it. I'll pause to give others a chance to talk, or I can keep going. It's up to you guys. Some other people have some. Okay. One of the things I'd like to bring your attention to is on Tuesday, April 14th, we are going to have a blood drive at the Henrietta Recreation Center. It's by appointment only. You can download the Red Cross Blood app. You can visit redcrossblood.org. The sponsor code is Henrietta Recreation Center, Henrietta, all one word. Not sure why Henrietta was repeated, but if you have any issues, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS. So that's, again, Tuesday, April 14th from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. The beds will be very, very spread out, so the only person you'll be anywhere close is the nurse or attendant drawing your blood, who will be following, of course, strict medical procedures to minimize the spread of the disease. People will be screened coming in. So obviously, if you have a fever, you have any conditions, whatever, do not go to donate blood. But you know, one of the things that hasn't been stopped by the coronavirus is the need for blood. And unfortunately, the blood in the blood bank is running low. So it's very important that we do this. I know a number of my fellow board members are going to do it as well. I've reached out to some other leaders in the town to donate blood. I'll be donating blood. So, you know, like I said, anybody who can help donate blood would be very much appreciated. And you saving lives. So, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I think it is important to donate blood right now. Right now, their blood supplies were low before this virus started. And because of the virus, a lot of these type programs have been canceled. So yeah, I'll be donating blood also. I think it's very important, and it's a great need for it.
Just another update for one people have been asking, Castle Road update. We're basically down to the guardrails and paving. Paving should be soon. There's the guardrail turned out needed to be redesigned after, you know, we basically looked at, after the culvert was put in, the road was put in, and the design didn't fully meet, so there was a redesign necessary that was completed. It's obviously not moving as fast as we would like. Part of that issue is that the companies working on these things are also at reduced staff, are also following social distancing guidelines wherever possible. So it's making it difficult to get it completed. As I say in the upcoming newsletter, which will be out in a week or so, Mr. Murphy really raised his head repeatedly on this project. But it is still moving forward. The one benefit from that, I suppose, is that we will not need to do the temporary pavement. We're going to go straight to the binder for the final pavement, because by the time the guardrails are done, the asphalt plants will be open and our paver will be able to pave. So the other thing we're working on right now is doing a little more shoring up of this edge of the stream to keep it from undercutting the banks. So again, we're trying to get that done prior to the paving and guardrails. So hopefully that'll happen soon.
Okay, I have, I'm the liaison for the CHS, the ambulance service, and I spoke to Reggie Allen today. He's telling me that the volume for the ambulance is down, the calls are down by 40% over the last several weeks. He also said that they're applying for any potential funds available through the state or federal government for some additional funding. I spoke with Chief Swirsky from the fire district today. He said they're seeing an uptick in cooking fires, so he asked everybody to keep an eye on their stoves while they're cooking. And then as far as with the rec center, understand that the Memorial Day parade has been canceled. And because the rec center is closed, suggest if you need some exercise, our trails are open. Just strongly suggest you use your social distancing while you use them. I was using it, and the canal path is also open, so I was on that right much like last week. So it's good. So that's all I.
One of the things to remember in the town parks, please avoid the playgrounds, as they are surfaces where the virus can live for some time. Be similar with the exercise equipment on the fitness trails. We are leaving the parks, including the athletic fields, open. Again, we don't want to see people playing organized sports and contact sports. But as I was saying today, if a father and son want to go out and hit the ball on one of the softball fields, have at it. We think that's great, but we don't want to see, an organized kickball game or soccer game or tennis matches. Again, if it's a couple family members playing tennis, that's one thing. But at one point there were like a dozen teenagers playing tennis against each other, high-fiving and stuff like that. That is not okay. Please refrain from doing that.
I just want to mention, I was talking to Karen Flanagan, the Rush Henrietta School District district clerk, and I asked her about the meals, and school district continues to serve lunch and breakfast. They're actually doing over 1,000 of each every day, and I just want to, I think thanking people that are taking care of that for everybody. They got people from the food service, people from the facility staff, they got bus drivers, they got some crossing guards, and a bunch of volunteers who have taken care of that in 5 different locations. So that's.
I will just add to that tomorrow you will get 2 lunches if you show up. One for tomorrow plus one for Good Friday, that they are not going to be distributing on Good Friday.
Thank you.
I just got the notice that having kids in school will hear these things.
That's all I wrote.
For those who aren't aware, the senior center is one of those locations. Senior center has also been taking in donations for the raft food cover. The volunteers and staff at the senior center have been disinfecting the packaging and then delivering them to raft food cover for delivery to members of the community. They were able to collect enough that they also supplied some to one of the Veterans Outreach Group. And they also have been supplying food, whether through donations or through the supplemental programs from the county out to seniors in need. So if you know somebody who needs supplemental food assistance, you can call RAFT at 453-2370, or you can call the Senior Center at 334-4030 if it's a senior. So again, thanks to everybody involved in that. You know, it's encouraging to see the large outpouring of support. The Senior Center has started I don't know if they've started yet, but they are starting grab and go lunches as well. Per a discussion with myself, Shelley, and Sam Coryard, we basically made almost like a collection basket on a pole for those, I was Catholic, that's how we're delivering the food so that we don't have to come, you know, essentially violate social distancing when we deliver food on the grab and go. So, you know, great job to everybody who's been involved in that. And, you know, there's been a lot of encouraging things. There were a couple things around town that needed to clean up, and some volunteers came and took care of it because they knew our staffs are operating at essentially half strength, and that they don't have the time to get to some of that clean up on the trail. So some people have gone and volunteered to clean up some debris on one of the trails. Similar, some people are helping clean up parks. So it's great to see the community come together during this time of need. One of the things I will say for those who haven't heard, there is a recommendation to wear masks when you're out in public. So I was just wearing this one when I was at Wegmans earlier today. You know, one of the things, even if it's not a full N95 type, anything will help because the majority of the spread is through droplets. So anything that can catch or stop those droplets from reaching either from you expelling them or for you inhaling them will greatly reduce your chance of contracting the virus. So, you know, if you're in a social setting where you are, or, you know, again, you're out shopping, the aisles in most supermarkets, you can't pass somebody without coming within 6 feet of them. I would recommend you wear a mask. It's, you know, it's one of those things that there was an interesting study done. The study itself, if you listen to the video, is a bit dry because the guy doesn't have the best presentation skills, but his data is really good. He looks at the different countries and the different rates in which the disease is spread. And one of the things he found that was common in all of the countries where the disease spread slower was that they were all mask-wearing countries. So if you look at a number of Asian countries, it's pretty common in a lot of those countries to wear masks during the cold and flu season. So you look at a place like Hong Kong or Singapore, where you would expect numbers like you're seeing in New York City because of density, you're not seeing that. And then when you look in Europe, Hungary is below a lot of its surrounding countries. And again, because early on their president urged people to wear masks, even if they're just bandanas. So there is some empirical evidence, and more recently there has been additional scientific evidence that it does help. You have something?
Well, the Henrietta Parks and Recreation Facebook page is commenting that we have a great senior center team, and also an update that the Henrietta Happenings Town newsletter should be delivered to homes within the next few weeks. Look for the Parks and Recreation Summer Program brochure inside as an insert. Resident registration begins May 11th.
So you'll never be able to see it on the video because Facebook greatly degrades, but this is the copy that was sent to the printer. In fact, it should have been printed today. The caveat was if they had paper, since I didn't hear something saying they didn't get their shipment of paper, I'm assuming it printed. So like I said, hopefully we should be seeing that out soon. Included in addition to the summer brochure, I included a bunch of stuff from the state of the town, because there have been a lot of people asking to see the state of the town. The problem is it's much too large to put, essentially to distribute electronically. In addition, I'm not one who puts my talking points on my slides. So what I did here is I put selected slides, and then next to it I typed up some of those talking points. So hopefully this will give you a flavor for the state of the town press from January. Seems like an eon ago at this point. Any other comments, discussion?
The library is doing story time through the computer, and it's fun. If you haven't gone to story time because you don't have small children or whatever, you really should watch it, because what they're doing, being able to do it through the computer and from their homes, they're really talented. It's really cute to watch. So I would recommend just watch a couple of them, even if you don't have small children. It's just fun to see, the heart and soul that they're putting into trying to keep our children connected to the library. It's really nice. So the library is doing an awesome job with the story time for the kids and the different things that they're offering.
Okay, anything else? Hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Seconded.
Hearing no objections, meeting adjourned.